Manatees. Don't mind my fabulous winter wear here. It's, well, it's freaking cold in the house is what it is. We're in that in-between season change into fall, and it's catching up pretty quick, so we haven't, set up the heater yet or any of that, which is probably a good thing. But, yeah, it means it's cold in the house in the morning, so I have my sexy Ugg boots that I love, and my very fuzzy flannel jacket thing. Yeah, back home, way back in the day, flannel shirts were called druggy shirts, all the hoodlums would wear them. So I laugh when I see them now that they've got the fuzzy lining and stuff, because, yeah, they're like upgraded druggy shirts or something. It's terrible, but it makes me laugh. Okay, so since it's cold and I don't really want to play with paint until it warms up in here a little bit, I'm going to do some more in the glue book. Originally, way back when, I was asked if I would do a video and talk about my process. I've been putting that off because I'm really new to glue books. I've actually only been doing them, let's see, Joanne got me into glue books. She sent me Happy Mail and stuff, and got me into doing glue books. God, that wasn't that long ago. What, 3 or 4 months ago, maybe? So yeah, I haven't spent a lot of time doing them, and I don't know what my process is really. I like to put items together or images together, I guess not so much that don't belong, but you wouldn't really think about, or that are funny, or I don't even know. That's why I put off, videos explaining what I'm doing or how I'm doing it when it comes to glue books, because to me, this was collage, and I didn't even know the term glue books existed until recently. But this type of thing I would have called collage. Since then, I understand, or have come to learn, that there's all sorts of collages, or all different types of things you can do for collage. Yeah, I don't know, but I'll run through a couple pages, not pre-planned or anything. We'll figure them out as we go together, and see if we can't figure out how I do them or how I go about them. I don't know. I guess some pieces just speak to you and other pieces don't. Wow, that's a very masculine page. That's hilarious. I think it all depends on what mood you're in, and what you're dealing with at the time, and where your brain's at, I think. Seeing a lot of these, I'm just building the world. I plan on coming back once I get a bunch of these down, and painting and blending, and if they need words or phrases or quotes. I love the squirrel, look at that. So yeah, I decided he had to have this funky gloss O-line. And the poodle here is the moon. Oh, it's funny. I've got some in here that I haven't put in. Oh no. Oh no, I was going to go with this guy. Right. I don't know. I also got questions. Let me, yeah, go do something with him too. And I saw his buddy here just a second ago. There's your buddy. There's your buddy. Yeah, go do something with him too. Let's see. Size and type of book. This book was gifted to me in a huge box from a friend of ours. His mom was going to get rid of them, I guess, and he was able to save them and bring them over here so I could alter them. It is actually an electronics technology fundamentals book. I believe this is one of the books you have to study in order to pass, was it journeyman's? When you get your electrician's license. I think it's a journeyman's license is the electrical as well. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. I don't know. But the book itself is falling apart. The covers are coming off. It is, let's see if I can even read. I need to get a new ruler. This poor thing has been through hell. It is so old. It's my oldest daughter's from when she was in elementary school, if you can believe that. Let's see. We are looking at shiny. The 8.5 by let me see, 8.5 by 11, and currently, let's do here. Yeah, I got paint on everything. I don't know. Not quite 2 inches. Let's see, that's 2 there. About 1 3/4 inches spine width. I also went through, because that's what prep I did for the book. I did take pages out, and I don't remember what recipe I used for this book. Usually I do about flip 5 pages and take out 3 to 5. And I'll do another video on on prepping a book for an altered book now that I have a bunch of books to do. But I did go through and tear pages out all throughout the book. I did save those pages for junk journals, so we can make junk journals for dudes or whatever, or anybody interested in electronics, I suppose. Let's see. Oh, and I did glue a couple pages. If I haven't used a lot of images, because normally I glue quite a few images together. Like this one's, these are more cut down to size. I didn't just overlay entire pages. Same as that one. Whereas my newer ones, a lot of them are whole images glued down in layers. Not so much cut down. Let's see. Oh, that's just 2. Isn't it funny how you can't find the ones you're looking for when you need them? Does anybody else experience this? Like this one. This is a whole bunch of layers, and this particular paper, these are all out of National Geographics. So it's the thicker, very heavily printed paper, which stiffens up a page pretty decently on its own. That's using the Elmer's Extreme glue stick. If anybody knows where to get these in a massive box of them, please let me know, because this is the best glue stick ever. I will use whatever glue's on hand, but if I have a choice, this is the only glue stick I ever want to use again. Which is sad, because this one will probably run out today. We're pretty close to, and then I'll think I'm down to Dollar Tree, the dollar store glue sticks again until I can get more of these. But yeah, anybody knows where to get these in bulk, please let me know, because I love them. So yeah, between the Elmer's Extreme glue and a lot of these heavily printed thicker papers, I will probably not have to glue these two together. But if it's from a thinner magazine or something, let's see, that's National Geographic. Some of these were glued in, because I will use whatever glue's handy. So some of these were glued in with just regular school glue. Some were done with matte gel medium. And I plan on, I don't know if you're familiar with Dee Dee Willingham. She's absolutely wonderful, like genius. Between Dee Dee Willingham and Shannon Green, I'd be absolutely lost as far as making YouTube videos. Not so much as in copying them, but so much as I was watching them over the course of several weeks, and it occurred to me quite randomly that I do a bunch of this crap myself. I could do YouTube videos as well. It's like, why the hell not? And yeah, I didn't know anything about how to do them at the time. It's like, why not me? Why would I not do that as well? Because I do things really differently. But I've learned so much from watching other people, or I've gotten so many ideas from watching other people do their craft. And that's the biggest thing. I think if we all share what we're doing, how we do it, that kind of thing, it just helps the community. Because the next person, you know, might have a different idea, or the next big idea, or you can encourage people that aren't brave enough to try stuff yet, or haven't been, or feel intimidated by, oh, that's amazing, I could never do that. Yes, you can. Give it a go. And that doesn't mean it's going to turn out the way you thought it would all the time, because a lot of the time, no, it doesn't. That's the nature of art. It knows what it wants to be. And each time you do something, whether it works or not, you can look at it and learn something from every piece you do. You know? So it doesn't have to be perfect, especially if you're just doing art just for you. If you, like this glue book, I'll share my process, I'll do videos on it, that kind of thing. That's fine. But this book itself is just for me. I find it really relaxing and calming. It soothes my anxiety. If I'm sitting and just doing this, I'm not worried about anything else. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. I can just sit here, not stress, and just play with glue. At the same time, it's like knitting. I can either sit and focus on processing my thoughts, or the next plan, the next step, whatever, while my hands are busy. Or I can just completely set that aside and just knit. It's the same thing with glue books, I've discovered, and I love that. Absolutely love it. Okay, back to questions. Close-ups. My camera doesn't zoom on account of it's actually a sports camera. It's a, let's see, it's an Ion AirPro. It's pretty much like a GoPro. You strap it to your helmet, get on the bike and go. So it doesn't zoom, at least not that I'm aware of. So as far as close-ups go, I have to either take it off and hold it closer, or do close-ups in editing, or do this job. So, and I'm always worried about glare or where to hold stuff, I don't know. But I will work on that, and as soon as I can upgrade camera or whatever, we get one that, not so much upgrade, this one's been really good. But as soon as I can get one that does that kind of stuff, I definitely will be doing more close-ups and whatnot. But I will try and remember to show you guys, you know, what I've got and whatever. But keep in mind, I do have to do a lot of that in editing, because this camera sees the whole room. So as it is, I've cut it down about as close as I can, just to get you guys in this space, without screwing up the quality of the video. But yeah, I will work on doing close-ups, okay? I love this guy. He was actually hanging upside down. This is the other thing. Just because you see images a certain way, turn it all around, all different directions, and see what else you can't do with it. Oh no! That's what I get for fondling my papers too hard. There you go, buddy. Poor guy. Didn't ask for that. There you go. Alright. Let's see, what other questions? Size and type of book. Prep we discussed. Close-ups we discussed. Talk about my process. I'm going to try and do that. I spend a lot of time muttering to myself while I'm doing these. So, I don't know. That may or may not be a good video. I'll give it a go then. Oh, to answer other questions, I do have videos on kettle stitch binding for sewing together journals and stuff. If you want another video on that, let me know and I will do that, because I need to put together some more journals anyway. And the crinkle dyed, oh, that's what it was. And I had questions about my crinkle dyed papers here. This is, or was, an altered composition notebook. I just tore the binding out, tore the stitching out, and just separated pages. And then I can cut these down or use them however I want for junk journals. But I do have videos on this somewhere. You'll have to run through my playlist, because that was a while ago. But yeah, I did show how to do these, and it's getting a little cooler now. Normally this is a summer project, because I can do that and set them outside to dry. I think I have a video. It's I think it's the painty papers and the maps. I did maps like this out of an atlas, the book atlas. Yeah, I don't know. I may have to do another video on that. But there are videos on how I did these in my playlist somewhere. Oh, excuse me, you guys. I don't know what blew in the last couple of days with windstorms and stuff, but yeah, it's made a royal mess out of the breathing. Coffee with cream. Amazing. Okay. We have... oh, and that's Happy Mail I gotta send out. Okay. Let's see. I don't know where we're at here. Images. Where do I get my images from? Most of these are from National Geographic. I only have a couple of other magazines that I've actually bought. One of them was a wedding, like bridal magazine, because it's huge. For the amount of money, it's huge. You get a lot of images. I think everything else I've been gifted for the most part, but I have, like, I think I had 104 at last count intact National Geographics, which have the best images. Like, oh my god. Okay. I go through about 5 National Geographics at a time, tear them apart, and this is where I've gotten with it. I don't want to do too many because I have so much to use already, it's insane. Even though I don't really have the full variety of images that I'd prefer to have at the moment. Stick that there. Like, I don't have a lot of words or stuff that you get out of advertisements, especially, you know, the cup of coffee or something that somebody could be holding. And I love peoples, just all sorts of people from all over the world. They're so beautiful. Look at this little guy. He's got little birds sitting here just chirping in his ear. How cute is that? Just beautiful, beautiful. No. so many of them just look so sad. He's wonderful. Look at his wrinkles. Wonderful. Yeah, I have all sorts of categories I keep trying to break down, but what happens is I start pulling a bunch. Excuse me. Okay, I have no idea where I was going with that. Dang phone calls. Okay. Oh, categories. I end up pulling stuff out and chopping up this, that, and the other, and then at the end of my session here, I usually just throw them in the closest one. That's how this mess has happened. And then I don't feel like ever sitting down and reorganizing it or anything, so I don't. So all of these, or not all of them, most of these are just hodgepodge between, you know, different categories and whatever. Anyway, let's see. I don't know what mood we're in. What mood are we in today? Funny. I might want this one. There's a lot in there. Critters. I love critters. Look. Oh. Although most of the critter ones I really like to use in my art journals. I like to make angels or fairies and add critters to those. That's adorable. Look at that. Oh. Oh, cute. Babies. Oh. Maybe. No. Oh, it's like, what is going on there? Actually, while I'm here, let me take a second to see what we've got. Nope. See what's on this side. The reason being, we have a new puppy. Oh, they don't have any pictures of him. Okay. Oh my god, there's a Mastiff. How cool is he? So big for his skinny legs though. And a Great Dane. Gorgeous. Okay. Our new baby is it's a German Shepherd. His mama was German Shepherd, and they believe that his daddy is a Staffordshire Terrier. All I know is we've had him 2 weeks. He was 6 weeks old when we got him at 11 pounds. And as of this weekend, he hit 20 pounds already at 8 weeks. So there's that. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, so soft. Okay. I don't even know what mood are we in. As far as processes go, sometimes it just takes forever. You have to go through all this stuff and see what you've got. And this is the hardest part I've found with categories as well, because it separates them all. You have to kind of remember where you saw something, or I don't know. You have to come back through. You cheeky bugger. Yay! He's cool. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I should look through one of my mixed folders and see if that helps. But usually I can spend a good hour just flipping through these. That one I still need to look through for sure. Architecture, peoples, maybe. That one's random. Oh, I think this is the one I was using yesterday, so I might need to... Let's do something with her. Yes. I also have little bits that I've kept from snipping some stuff that I can use as something else. Stone wool or, you know, plant stalks or whatever, because you can use them in small places. Oh, that's one. Oh, it's too big. Way too big. I like that though. This was from a Mayan temple somewhere, if I remember correctly. Okay. I like architecture of all sorts as well. I don't know what the draw is to it for me. Oh, and just because you have pictures of like mountains, like this, you don't have to use it as is. You can, you know, cut out just this part, or cut out the mountains in the background and overlay them and use them somewhere else. So you end up with these, which are still usable, but the background's still usable skyline. So yeah, if you're struggling with images presented to you, you cut stuff out, follow the skyline, cut out just, you know, the focal point. There's a lot you can do with these. It's crazy. Oh, that's a dig they're doing. I believe it was in Scotland. Some dude's yacht. He's got his house right here. It's like the only one there, but it was the last. Yeah, there's his house. It was the last. What is it? The Nessa Brodgar. It was a farmer's backyard until a few years ago. Now the foundations of 25 structures have been exposed, with only about 10% of the site uncovered. So this dude's living here. And he's got all of this going on, and you can't do anything with this. You can't walk around it. You can't touch it. Nothing. Once a dig starts, that's it. How crazy is that? Look at that. It's gorgeous. And these are some of the items that they found, and what they believe that the site looks like from the beginning. Amazing stuff. I love National Geographic. Let's see. Parklands. Rock formations fascinate me. Okay, this is way harder to do when you're trying to talk about it or whatever. Oh, okay. He's cool. Maybe we'll do something with him. Possibly. I still want to work on her. That may or may not come into play. A lot of the time I'm drawn to colors. Or like the movement of shapes and movement of pieces. This is cool. I like this. Oh yes, look. See, we could use the, oh, yeah. Alright, let's use these. Okay. Let's start with that one there. I need something for her. I need like huge, oh yeah, plants I need. Maybe not. I need something, foliage, big huge leaves or something. Spoon bell. Crazy butter. Yep, look at them. Oh, there. Pearl spoon bills. Oh, this needs a whole separate thing. This is all from World War I. These were cave. Was there one over two? Crap. But they all hid in these caves, and they've all scribed things as they passed through from all over the world. People from all over the world. Yeah, just amazing. But that needs its own section. Oh my god. Yes. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Let's use these together. The way she's looking down, it's like that's her big dog or something. But it will be her big polar bear. Yes, let's do that. I don't know we need this background though. Sorry, I do a lot of rambling. This is kind of part of the process, I think. You kind of just mutter to yourself, and I'm having a hell of a time because my hands are so cold. Something else I like to do, shorelines. I like to cut out shorelines and use the water somewhere completely different. Let's see if I've got. Wait, it'll be further back here. Let's see. Oh, that was as is. Maybe further back. Somewhere. I like to cut out the shorelines, use the water for a completely different climate, usually desert or rocklands or something like that. Oh my god, how wonderful is she? Look at her. Just gorgeous. Look at her hair. Anywho, okay, there we go. This kind of, well, it's a bit busy. But like the rocks with the polar bear standing on this last chunk of snow and ice, that was one image with the icy water, big huge rocks. I like to put that type of thing with desert or like the rock formations in Moab or that kind of thing, which I've done somewhere. There. And this, none of these are finished. I will come back and finish these pages just to get started. But this is from a completely different picture than the rock formation at Moab. There was an article on the arches and stuff. But it looks like, if you didn't know any better, it could have been something else. I like to do pieces that could have been something else. So, coastlines, cut those out. You can still use this. I would then put it with, if you see huge crowds of people that are all dressed the same or whatever, so it's a sea of people, I would use that. Or, let's see, like celestial bodies, stars and stuff, like the one I did with Orion. I would use that here and just hang the coastline over galaxy stuff. But man, we got stuff everywhere. This made me so mad, this particular article, and I got a spread in here about it, about people that are hungry in America and whatever. Apparently this dude is walking his baby on the highway to go and get food stamps or something. I don't know. It was like, how is this going to help anything? I'm all down for feeding people and whatever, but you've got soda here, you've got a nice freaking stroller, and you're going to walk on the goddamn highway. This made me so mad, so I kept it because I'll do something with it eventually, but I was pissed. Okay, moving on. Look. And before I get all hate mails on my attitude or comments there or whatever, there's ways to go about getting help. Endangering your children is not how it should be done. And that's all I'm saying on that. Oh hey, I forgot about that one. Can use that somewhere. Castles, that's the other thing. Castles, you cut them out and use them everywhere. It's amazing. Fit them in where you wouldn't think to look for them. Okay, those go together. Wow, this is all discombobulated. Yeah, packaging. That would make a good tag. Put that over there. Oh, yes, yes. I needed the scale, so I don't need the ads for medication. I'm not one for big pharma. Just not. There's a hippo. Just another one. You cut him out and his reflection and use him somewhere else. Like something water-like. Although that's a hell of a shot to just get him. Okay. Isn't she lovely? Oh my gosh, sometimes this will happen. Images will fall and just sit randomly. We can now make a mask for the elephant. Not to stick on him permanently, but like he's wearing it or was wearing it or something. But keep an eye out as you're flipping through your stuff, how it lays. So I don't remember the article that went with this. It was like Zone Wars or something in Africa or somewhere. But this spoke to me. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I don't... Well, there's wings. I need bigger wings. Bigger wings or huge foliage, and I'm not seeing any. Okay. Junk mail in here, that's not cool. Oh, wait. Can I use those? Can I? Wait, there she is. No, probably not. Oh, yes I can. Totally can. Totally gonna. Alright, let's put those together. Alright, I think I'm going to stick with 2 pages because this is going to take forever to do. First, I'm going to take out the baby puppy who just woke up from a nap. And babies need to go potty after a nap. Oh my gosh. Alright, and then I'll be right back and we'll work on these 2 spreads. Okay. Okay, back again. Alright, let's see what items we have here. I want to use her, that's its own page there. And this one here. I don't know what kind of background. I didn't pick a background, huh? Shoot. Alright. Let me start here. Huh. I guess people collect these. Alright, what I need though is the wings. And this is part of the reason I haven't done like a lot of chatty process video type things. For, well no, that's not true, I have, but not for glue books. One, I never know what to talk about, you know. We've all got very different lives, and I don't necessarily have a lot to share there. And half the time I try and focus on what it is that I'm doing or trying to do, so I forget to talk about it at all anyway. Maybe that. Maybe up there. Maybe there. Okay, so I definitely need to... Okay. I had to dig back through my book. I did want the other, or through my folders, I did want the rest of this image. So, let's find a random page. Let's see. Yep, that looks good. Alright, I have my lady. I have seagull wings, which will go on her somewhere. Actually, let's do this. And I have, I'm going to use this as the background, I think, for the most part. So, if I cut her out, yeah. Also, when I'm fussy cutting with stuff, I tend to not be exact. I'm not precious about it at all. In fact, I think a kindy kid would probably cut stuff out better than me at this particular point. And I don't particularly care. Oh no, that would have been cool too. Oh, I need this one. Part of my reasoning is that I plan on, for this book anyway, I plan on coming back and blending and painting, and doing reverse collage type stuff like Dee Dee Willingham does. And I will put a link to her channel below, so you can check out her, gosh, she does all sorts of stuff, but look for her reverse collage type stuff. It's amazing. And eventually, if I ever get any of the photo books that I want to, she's got one called Abandoned Places that is to die for. But she uses these photo books, like the Abandoned Places ones, and it's places, I think one of them is in America specifically, but it's places that have just been abandoned, just up and left for whatever reason. Business went under or whatever, and it's all this magnificent stuff just sitting around rotting. Just, I don't know, it's great imagery. But it's also sad to know, you know, there's families and stuff that went under. Okay, let's see then. Okay. Wow, that was terrible. Okay. What I need to do, and I don't always do this, but I will on this one because it will distract me. Behind her here, I will cut those out of her armholes. And again, I'm not exact, I'm not specific, just enough. Hey guys, back again. My camera battery kept dying, so downloaded everything off at the spa and recharged the dang thing. Finally got the baby puppy napping here at my feet. So, where were we? Let's see. Ah, yes. Okay. Whoa. I think taking a break and walking away and coming back and looking at stuff, you see other stuff. You can totally put this like so and put her thusly. Let's do like that or something. Down a little maybe. Oh my god, yes. Well, over. Move that whole thing over. Oh, I like that. Why did I not see that before? Oh, I did find, I was fussy cutting the manta ray out for the next page and flipping through the books some more. I found a donut and I thought about sticking it here. Although that makes me sad because how magnificent is this polar bear? Of course, I also quite find donuts to be magnificent in their own right, so just for funny we might do that. Maybe she can hold the donut. Oh my god, now it looks like a purse. Oh, we're totally doing that. Alright. So, oh, this puppy. Puppy at my feet. Alright, so let's slap this in, I guess. I think that's the other reason I don't do process books when I'm doing glue books. Process books. Process videos when I'm doing glue books. I tend to just be singing songs randomly in my head. Okay, I want that one. There, I think. No, I don't. Okay, standing kitty wampus is not helping. No. Alright, let's see then. Let's do that about there. Yeah. In our glue rag, which I've seen a lot of people using and didn't really get it. But I made the Halloween inspired hand towel things, and yeah, it's totally come in handy just having in the art room anyway, but it's great for pushing out air bubbles and stuff. Okay, next layer we want him, and we're going to put a fold about there, I believe. It is better to cut your baby puppy. It is better to cut your page and just set it on either side of this little valley. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But again, once this book's done, I might get as far as varnishing, spray varnishing pages just to protect them, but I don't know how often I'll actually be looking through it or anything. I'm still not sure what to do with books once you get them done. Although, that being said, I do have to go back through and fix some of my original art journals. The first two at least. The poor things are so abused. There we go. Let's try that. I totally massacred that page. Let's see. And I screw up way more pages than not, so if you do happen to mess up, it's not the end of the world. It's just a glue book. Okay? It's fine. We will live to art another day. And again, the hard line in it doesn't bother me. This doesn't match up exactly, which would normally bother me, but I'm not worried about it because I'm planning on coming in and blending these together anyway later. So no big. We're not being precious. It's too much stress. Okay, what I do want to do do you want to do? Do. Is figure out where we want. Oh, wait. We want her wings. Or do we? Dang it. I always change my mind and I don't know. Yeah. Just do it. Just commit. Just do it. Okay. So for her, I don't think we need all of her legs, do we? No, we don't. She does, but we do not. Yeah, and do that. Okay, and I'm breaking like all the art rules here. You see there's people that, let's use this one. People that are all, would have a coronary because he's walking out of the page, she'd be looking out of the page, you know, that type of thing, would be beside themselves. I personally don't care, based on the fact that I get a general sense when, you know, when the pieces move, as long as they're moving, I don't care which direction they're going, or if it draws your eye to the outside of the picture. It just makes me want to ask, where are they going? What's going on over here, you know? I don't see that as being a bad thing. It prompts thought, it prompts question. That's what art is supposed to do. Leave some type of emotional feeling or prompt thoughts and questions, or, you know, where are they going? What's over here that they're headed towards or more interested in? You know, why are they out for a stroll today? Are they just out walking, or are they actually doing something? Who knows? Okay, I'm going to use the donut as a purse because that's freaking hilarious. Yes. Ah. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to cut her feet here, and I did get glue on the back, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit, like so. And we might be able to use those as something else, like rabbit ears or something. Okay, I think I'm calling this one done for the moment. Okay, stick it over there, and now we plan the next one. And this is the last one I'll do in this video, because I spent so long bullshitting. Okay, this was the idea I had while flipping through. Oh, we moved again. Okay, so we'll trim the whites probably. Now I did, while the battery was recharging for the camera, I did cut out the manta ray already. Because you guys don't want to see me cutting paper out, that's ridiculous. Okay. Well, my original thought was to have him like flying, or appear to be like he could have been doing a flyby, or some such. See? Oh, I like that. Oh, wait, down here maybe. So again, with that movement, God, I like that right there. Alright, let's see. No, this should be good. Okay. Let's flip through our book again. I like to just flip, you know, back to front, front to back, back to front, front to back. Oh, look. The whole bunch in the beginning. Okay. Let's keep them kind of on that angle. I might leave the whites on in the center. Normally that bugs the crap out of me, but I think we'll get the same idea. And half the time I cut like the bottoms off and whatever, but anymore I don't think it really matters that much. Okay. I really hate that I'm not supposed to legally have like tunes on in the background, or we would totally be jamming, my friends. And I mean everything from Bob Marley to Queen and Led Zeppelin to, hell, I don't know, techno, Vikings. Because music is awesome. Although, you know what's been stuck in my head lately? Oh God, what did they call him back in the, was it the 80s? Crap, they took a bunch of jazz stuff. Dang it. I'm gonna brain fart. There's something or other bunny. Something bunny. I don't know. It wasn't techno. It was... Man, that's gonna bug the shit out of me now. It's been stuck in my head for days. Jive Bunny. Oh my God, it was Jive Bunny. Yeah, they took a bunch of like Glenn Miller type music, orchestral stuff, orchestral jazz, whatever you want to call it, and yeah, just updated it, made it all funky. But I still love Jive Bunny. But it's been stuck in my head. I have no idea why. Do you guys have that, where stuff's just randomly from years ago just pops into your head and just stays there? No idea why. Does anybody else get itchy eye when you're in the middle of gluing and you have glue all over your fingers? Okay, let's try that there. Can you not do that? Thank you. Thank you, come again. Okay, I didn't quite get that. That's why I trimmed them off. They don't like to glue just so. It's from the very center of the book of the National Geographic, so it's seen some trauma all on its own already. That's why I cut them off, I think. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we've got our basic down here. I don't know what we want to paint around, or actually paint it as a frame. Oh, that's something else I like to do. Forest pictures, or like big trees or whatever. I like to cut the trees individually, and I would set one like here and one here so that frames whatever picture you've put here already. And it helps just cover up crappy edges. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Fly, my pretty. Oh, that is cool. And that way, or do we want to? No, I like all this. I like that going on there. Yeah. And definitely more on that angle, huh? Alrighty, so let's move our little shoes here, which are dry. And I believe we're going to start with the one on the bottom, so I get the placement where I wanted it. I tend to mess that up a lot, but it's usually only moved slightly from where it was at, and half the time it actually works out better in its new placement than when I first laid it out. Now I'm going to have to listen to Queen. Oh, I love Queen. Ah, there we go. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's a cool image too. The shape of the manta ray, but it's got a diver on the other side. Cool. I see stuff people have made and go, oh my god, their brains are amazing. Amazing. Just how the mind works fascinates me. Okay. Trusty glue bit here going. There we go. Okay. Now we have, you know, where it's been torn or cut or was in the middle of the book or whatever. Not worried about that. We can come in later with a little bit of paint and touch that up, or just leave it. It doesn't matter. Okay. I like the imagery of that, so I'm going to chuck it in my scrap box. I like that one. I like it a lot. Okay, I don't know if that answered any questions on my process. If I had to express my process, what it was, I would say random and or willy-nilly. Just willy-nilly all over the place. But it's fun. It shouldn't be something you're sweating. Don't think about it too hard. Just do it. Just sit and do it. Put on some good tunes, or normally I do audiobooks or webinars, or, well, unless I have to take a bunch of notes. Yeah, usually podcasts. I'll listen to podcasts and glue. I'll listen to audiobooks, webinars, YouTube channels, everything from just music playlists to you know, other people. I usually catch live the recorded version of live podcast or live YouTube videos. I'll stick those on in the background. If it's in the evening, half the time, just I listen to the Mister's game that he's playing and whatever random YouTube videos he's got going. But those, the beginning, just the very background, so stuff like this, which needs a lot of work still. But I don't know. We'll get there. We'll get there. This is a long-term project. I do not expect, one, because I don't work on it all the time. I plan on working on it a lot more often. But once it is all completely done, I will definitely do a flip through, and I'll probably do a couple more process videos, but I will, you know, speed them up and add music and whatever, most likely. I love this one. This is, to me, was the original Matrix. And the picture's mostly the same. I've just cut them into strips, but it's a huge hallway inside a pyramid, completely covered with hieroglyphs. And then I saw this guy from something else, and I wove the hieroglyphs. I did this as like Matrix, but this had the term Matrix in it. And I thought with all the code and language printed on him there, that I'd weave the two together, and this one to me is the original Matrix. So, you know, there's that. He's just fabulous. This is the one I did in the last video, which I absolutely, I gotta come in and color bits and do whatever, but I absolutely love this one. But yeah, just, oh. And this is actually an exploded view, or like through a microscope. It's not a spore. It is crap. So the other one I just saw was a pollen. There's a pollen that this is a pollen through a microscope that they blew up. I have a bunch of those still. This is actually from in Venice, and all this was underwater. And these kids are all sitting out in between college class, and yeah, this was all water. But I thought it'd be fun if they were hanging out in space. Okay, anyhow, exploded pollen. This one is, I've got one of a couple of planets, but this one was, it's not a spore, it was something else, that's generally teeny tiny. Crap. I found it fascinating though. A bunch of stuff through a microscope is fascinating though. I don't know, you guys. That is the bare bones of my process. Just whatever tickles my fancy at the time, or is clever, or some of it sends a message. Yeah, more to myself than anything, because the book's just for me. Like this one. This probably just upset a whole bunch of people, and it doesn't matter because this is just for me. But this, to me, even though it took quite a few images to get this far, this very much was that you must be willing to get rid of everything that you were in order to be who you want to become. And there's an actual phrase or quote or whatever that I'll probably write on here. But that's what this page symbolizes to me. I'm doing a lot of, I like a lot of self-help stuff, or, you know, get off your own ass and just do the shit you've always wanted to do. Because it's your life, and no one's going to do it for you, and it's nobody's fault. You don't get to sit and bitch that your life sucks. I don't care what your situation is. There's always something you can do, or a different way of looking at it that, yeah, you can make it better. You can. I'm not saying easier. Don't confuse me there. I'm not saying easier. Life is hard. But find one thing that you are thankful for every single day, and that's a hell of a beginning right there. Oh, that's the one we did in the last video. Okay, I'm going to go up front and see why that sounded like somebody crashed. Alrighty. Alright, you guys, that's my very long, chatty process video. And I'll probably work some more in this today and do separate videos, but without all the boring chat. But let me know if you've got glue books somewhere. Hit me up in the like, subscribe, comments, or on Instagram or my Facebook page. You guys can post your pictures on my Facebook page if you want to, okay? But yeah, have an awesome, awesome day. Think something positive or that you're thankful for today. And I really hope you have an epic day. Love you, bye!